Hi friends, welcome to Yadubhushan Academy and welcome to Junior Lecturer in Civics online classes. This is class number 3. We are in the Unit 1 State and Nation States and discussing the topic number 5, that is State and its elements. In this topic 1, we have 5 subtopics. In the last 2 classes, we have discussed the 2 subtopics. This is the third subtopic, that is nature of the state. In this topic, we will discuss clearly about the nature of the state. There are so many theories which describe the nature of the state. Mainly, as per syllabus, we will look into the following 4 theories which are having their individual theories, their own theories, their own perceptions. The theories are, the first one is the liberal theory, second one is the Marxist theory, third one is the Gandhian theory, fourth one is the idealist theory. Presently, we will discuss the liberal theory. What is the liberal theory? Before going into the liberal theory, we have to understand some basic concepts. That is, state has always been central to the political analysis. When we are discussing about politics and its analysis, the central point is the state. So, it has been an extent. The politics is often understood as the study of the state. This has also been explained in the last class, that when we are thinking about state and when we are thinking about the political system, we are intermixing the words, that is state and politics, state and politics, state and political science. Here there are 2 key debates regarding the state. When we are thinking about state or when we are analyzing about the state, we are thinking in 2 different aspects. The first one is, we are focusing on the need for the state. This is the first important point. What is the need for the state? Why the state is need for the state? This is the first important topic we have to discuss. And the second point is what is the nature of the state's power? State is using some power. What is the nature of the state's power? We have to concentrate on these 2 debates. Every theory is discussing here. The liberal theory or the Marxist theory or the Gandhian theory or ideal theory. Whatever the theory it is concentrating, it is debating on 2 aspects. The first aspect is what is the need for the state and what is the nature of the state's power. The state is using some power on the citizens. What is the state's power and what is its nature? The state has been envisaged from various points of view. Each theorist, here we mentioned 4 theories and there are many theorists. They mentioned, every theorist mentioned and conceived and defined state in terms of his own understanding and his own discipline. Everyone is explaining his own theory regarding the origin of the state, regarding the nature of the state, regarding the sphere of the state, regarding the function and ending of the state. So, there are many theories, unnumbered theorists, and every theorist is explaining everything in his own discipline and everything is under his point of view only. So, there are 4 theories we have to discuss. The first one is the liberal theory. But going into the liberal theory, we have to understand the word, that is liberalism. Liberalism, we have to understand the word. In political science, Liberalism means there is a theory that is giving foremost importance to the person or an individual, his freedom, his wills, his desires. So here prominence is given to the person only. Prominence is given to the individual only, not the prominence is not given for the state. This is liberalism. The philosophy of liberalism came into the emergence of new bourgeois. Bourgeois means nothing but middle class. It is a political science term. Middle class is a general term, and in political science we use the term bourgeois. This bourgeois class emerged in the 16th century and 17th century. For the examination point of view, you have to remember the word bourgeois. Bourgeois means middle class. It is emerged in the 16th century and 17th century. And according to their philosophy, it is a progressive revolt. The liberalism is a progressive revolt against the feudalism, the church, and the monarchy. These were ruled before 16th century and 17th century. These liberalists are the theorists who followed the liberalism, revolted against the feudalism, the church, and the monarchy. It was the voice for the recognition of the concept of individuals based on individuals' rights and liberty. Earlier we have discussed that in this theory, liberal theory, the prominence is given to a person or individual's rights and liberties only. Prominence or importance is not given to the state. Its concept of the individual was that it is the possessive individual, and it was a political movement for the establishment of a democratic government. Here in the theory, liberal theory, the individual's interests, individual's liberty, individual's rights have given prominence. So it is going to establish a democratic government. So it is not giving any priority, any importance to the state. This liberal theory is completely based on the liberal notion of the man. Liberal means free expression of the man, which gives due importance to the man as a free agent in the world. In this world, the man has been born free. That is the theory of liberal theory, and he can do any work, any doing or free will of his own, means he can do anything that is of his free will only. So as regards of the origin of the state, it assigns due role and importance to the individuals only, and rather than the nature, activities, interests, objectives of the state. These are not given. These liberal theorists have not given due importance to the state. They have given importance to the individual. You have to remember this point. In the liberalism, importance has given to the individuals, their rights and their liberty only. They have not given prominence, or they have not given importance to the state. Here the state is seen, these liberalists have seen the state as a necessary evil. Necessary evil. What is, these are two contradicting terms. Necessary means the existence of the state is necessary, because state is giving protection, state is giving security to the individual, and the state has also becoming evil to the individual, because the state is controlling individual in many types. So the liberalists are viewing the state as a necessary evil. In this liberalism, there are two types of liberalisms. First one is the classical liberalism, and second one is the modern liberalism. The state is, in the liberalism, the state is there to serve the general interests of the society only. The state has to look into the general interests of the society as a whole. General interest of the society, general interest of the society as a whole, and it is regarded as the state is regarded as the contributor of moral and social development of the man. The state is controlling the man, and state is contributing the moral development and social development of the man at the same time. Liberalism has clear-cut ideas regarding the state and society. It is distinguishing clearly what is the state, and it is distinguishing clearly what is society. And here state is meant for society only. You have to remember this point. According to liberalism, what is state? State is meant for society only. So state is formed for the objectives of the society only. In the classical liberalism, which is emerged, classical liberalism emerged in the 18th century and early 19th century. They regarded state should function as minimum as possible. That means minimal state function. You have to remember these words: minimal state function, minimal state function. That means state has to do minimum things only, and maximum individual liberty. Maximum individual liberty. That means the liberty and the rights of individual have given more prominence. Maximum individual liberty has given, and state has given minimal functions only. In the modern liberalism, it is known as laissez-faire. Laissez-faire, you have to remember this word also. Laissez-faire. Laissez-faire means it is the theory of individualism. Laissez-faire means free society, theory of individualism. Individualism is called laissez-faire. These also treated, even classical liberalists and modern liberalists both viewed the state as a necessary evil. Why necessary? Because it giving the security, because it giving the protection to the man for his complete overall development. It is treated as an evil because it is controlling the man by law and order. So the classical liberalism wants to give more freedom to the individual only, and increasing the sphere of his activities. The person or individual freedom should be given more sphere, and state sphere or state function should be minimal. You have to remember these two words: minimal state function and maximum individual liberty have been described in which of the following theories? You have to write down the answer. The liberal theory. In the liberal theory only, minimal state function has been mentioned, and maximum individual liberty has been mentioned. The state and the individual freedom are seen each other's opponents. They are completely opposite, but due care should be given to the individual liberty only. That is the laissez-faire theory. That is also called individualism. There are many supporters like Adam Smith. He supported this theory on economic basis, and Bentham, he is supported this theory on social and political basis. In the modern liberalism, that is reformist liberalism or theory of welfare state, the state is not regarded merely as a necessary evil, but it is assumed that the state can perform various functions like social welfare functions, and bringing the equilibrium between the classes in the society, and maintaining the socio-economic demands of the masses. In the earlier stage, classical liberalism, they have given much prominence to the individual and less prominence to the state. And in the modern liberalism, they have understood that they have to change their theory, but individual freedom and individual liberty, individual rights have to be accepted. But state should function as a welfare state, and it should improve the socio-economic status of the masses. Socio-economic status of the masses. So they have reformed their theory. So they are also called reformist liberalism or revisionists or theory of welfare. The modern modern liberalism supporters are Mill, Freeman, Hobhouse and Linde. Transferring the resources in the modern liberalism, the state has many resources. The state has to transfer all the resources from the wealthiest persons to the less wealthy persons through the taxation and state subsidy. Through taxation, you have to remember these two words. Through taxation, that means wealthy people are paying many taxes and poor people are not paying any taxes. This is called taxation system. And state subsidy. State subsidy means the state is giving some items to the poor people on subsidized costs. That is a state subsidy. By taxation and state subsidy, the modern state is supporting the welfare state, and modern state is getting equilibrium, that is developing the socio-economic status of the poor people. Liberalism in the late 20th century, in the present times, has a new term. It is called neoliberalism. Neoliberalism. In this, neo means new. This is 20th century. Classical liberalism emerged in the 18th and 19th century, and modern liberalism emerged in the late 19th century, and neoliberalism emerged in the 20th century. In this neoliberalism, here unregulated market capitalism will deliver. Here markets are not regularized, markets unregularized, and markets have given freedom. Through this freedom, they may improve the efficiency, they may improve the growth, they may improve the widespread prosperity. There are also many types of supporters. Friedrich Hayek, Milton Friedman, Robert Nozick, these are the three supporters of neoliberalism. So in this class we have discussed about the nature of the state regarding in the viewpoint of the liberal theory. When we are discussing about the nature of the state, many theorists have been expressing their own theories. There are four most important theories: the liberal theory, the Marxist theory, the Gandhian theory, and the idealist theory. In this class we have discussed about the liberal theory. Liberal theory means the liberalism. It has three types of liberalism: classical liberalism, modern liberalism, and neoliberalism. In this, bourgeois emerged in the 16th and 17th century, that is middle class. Individual has given more prominent, and state is seen as a necessary evil. General interest of the society is considered, and state is meant for society only. In every theory, we have to debate for 2 points. First one is what is need for the state, and second one is what is the nature of the state's power. In this liberalism or the liberal theory, the state should function as minimum as possible, and individual liberty should be given maximum. So minimal state function and maximum individual liberty is the motto of liberal theory. It is converted into modern liberalism, that is laissez-faire and individualism, and in the latest 20th century, this liberalism theory has transformed into neoliberalism, that is welfare state, socio-economic status, and improving the socio-economic status of the poor people by taxation and state subsidy. So you have to remember these points regarding the liberal theory. For the examination point of view, you have to remember these all the points that have been discussed on this topic. So as per the examination, the examiner may ask theory questions. We have the content. When you have the complete understanding of the subject only, then only we can answer the questions. So note down the points regarding the liberal theory's view regarding the nature of the state. In the next class, we will discuss the Marxist theory's views regarding the nature of the state.